What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. If you got a dip, had a lip. If you don't got one, I already got one in for you. Don't forget to hit the like, share, comment, and subscribe button on this channel. Please, it helps this channel out. Don't forget to go check out my other pages like Rumble, Conservative Video Dipper, Twitter, Conservative Video Dipper, TikTok, Conservative Video Dipper, and go check out Conservative Newsway because fairly soon, at some point, we will be doing our first pilot show. And I hope that you all enjoy it. This, again, I know I'm getting tired of this guy, but I got to talk about this because these lefties are so pissed off. They get pissed every time that a white conservative opens their mouth and says something. Obviously, we know why. They're anti white, their reverse racism shows. In this video, in this horrific video that I'm about to react to, this guy is reacting to a Fox News journalist host talking with Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz. Yeah. So buckle up. It's probably going to get really, really dirty.
Is that where the energy is? They want to cancel Thanksgiving? They're crazy enough, yes.
Well, we all know that the left are crazy enough. They don't like Father's Day. They don't like Mother's Day. They don't like Christmas. They don't like any holidays. It's something that doesn't fit their narrative. Like Mother's Day, they think that transgender people can be mothers, which obviously we know that's not true. So instead they call it birthing day or whatever. Really weird things. But we know that they're crazy enough to do it. So yes, I kind of do agree with Ted Cruz. Yeah, they're dumb enough to go for it.
They want to cancel Thanksgiving. They want to cancel Christmas. Look, these communists hate America.
That's true. They hate America. And it seems like Ted Cruz isn't just using that talking point because it's what now is really being shown as true, that the left are communists. But I wonder, is Ted Cruz watching me? Hi to the boys and girls in Arlington, and hello to everyone in the White House and the Senate. Hope y'all are doing good today. Don't work too hard. And be careful when you eat the sushi. Because sometimes sushi can be really not so pleasant on your stomach. But hope y'all are doing good. But anyway, getting back to what I said, yes, they do hate America. The communist left hate America because they just don't understand how privileged or how beautiful America is or how great America is. And that's one of the things that we know why they don't like America is because it's great.
Hate capitalism. El Sayed.
They do hate capitalism.
It is also an Islamist.
Ooh. But not just that dude. That is an alleged Islamist. But there are some alleged other Islamist extremists that are going to be alleged here pretty soon. Listen to what Ted Cruz says.
As is Mondami. And look, you see the green-red convergence where the communists and the Islamists.
So what do the communists and Islamists have in common? They both want to rule. Extreme alleged Islamists and extremist communists both want to rule. They both have certain rules and things that they go by, that they do to make this world more shitty.
They want Sharia law.
Yeah.
They hate Jews. They hate Christians. They hate capitalism.
Yep, that's true.
They hate America. All.
That's true.
Ted Cruz is a white supremacist.
Actually, no. Ted Cruz is not a white supremacist. Now, this kind of makes me feel disgusted because they allege that that Ted Cruz is a white supremacist because he stands for something. Sure, we may not all agree with Ted Cruz's policies and politics and what he says or does all the time, but he hit the nail on the head with a lot of these things that are going on. There are extremists, there are Islamists, extreme Islamist groups out there that both the communist left and the alleged extreme Islamists want to do. Take over America, destroy capitalism, make America not America, but a New World Order nation. Pretty pathetic and sad. But they use that word white supremacist because it's a buzzword. It's virtual signaling. Like, they're pretty much saying, hey guys, this person over here is an alleged white supremacist. This is what they do. Thank you, Zen Jam. I appreciate you. Welcome back. This is what they always will do. They will never understand that the left are the white supremacists, are the alleged racists. They are bad people. This is an issue that we are fighting against, that we have against these people. They want our world to be destroyed. They don't see eye to eye with us. Like I said yesterday, they can't ever agree with us because why would they? They don't like America for what it stands for, a constitutional republic. But using that word white supremacist also, in their mind, trying to validate, it's kind of a validation. They want to validate so badly that this is true. They want to think that it's so true, but it's not. And they don't know how to get over it.
This is all they have, right? The brown people are destroying your America.
Actually, no. This is where the left will get it wrong every time. It's not that we think every brown person or immigrant is destroying America. It's what we see, that the illegals that are here illegally are here illegally when they shouldn't be here. They should come here legally. And we do see some alleged problems with them, like them allegedly committing rape, alleged murder, crimes that they shouldn't be committing. Then we have to deport them back to where they come from. They don't like that. They think it should be okay until it affects them. Remember, as long as it does not affect them, they don't care. They would rather have it their way. And that's sad because it's not McDonald's
MAGA,
or Burger King. You can't have it your way.
they're not white. They're not speaking English. They're bringing.
This is another thing that the left really loves to drive home is it's about white, white, white. If it ain't white, it ain't right. That's what they think that conservatives and MAGA is about, but that's not true. We know that's not true because if you want to know the facts are we just want people here legally and to be here comfortably, But we also not only want people to be here legally and comfortably, but we want everyone else in America to feel comfortable and safe and secure. That's what ICE is for, to secure our borders and protect us. That's what cops do, to protect us, to protect and defend the Constitution, follow and abide by that law that they took an oath to, just like the military. That's simple. But apparently, to these lefties, that shouldn't exist.
Sharia law and
If you asked a leftist what is Sharia law, they probably would have no idea what Sharia law is. So I will tell you what Sharia law is. Sharia law is an Islamic law that they go by, rules and laws that they follow in the Middle East or in countries that are extremely Islamic beliefs, heavy and extreme Islamic beliefs. And that's fine. We don't have a problem with Muslims. But if alleged Muslims are being way too extremist, then we got a problem. That's what they want. They want to push this alleged extremist Muslim rules and laws on everyone when America has the Constitution to say you can believe in whatever you want, you have the freedom of speech, the freedom to peacefully protest, the freedom of the press. You have these rules and laws that are written in the Constitution that we can follow. If the left allow these extremists, alleged Muslim extremists, to be able to do this, the Constitution will no longer exist. They will destroy. They will do away with it, and that's not what we want.
communism and Marxism and the radical left.
The Democrats will never tell you that they are communist or socialist. Maybe some of them will, that are proud of it. But ones that do it are closeted because they know the rules. That until the time comes for them to it be okay for them to out themselves and say yes, they can call themselves this, that, and the other, they try to hide it under an umbrella term.
And the Democrats, that's all they have, right?
No, actually, that's not. Mm-mm. But the left, all they have is attack and criticize, scrutinize, be facetious with malicious intent towards people because that's all they know. That's all they know how to do.
What did Trump run on? Hey, the brown Somalians, they're eating your pets. The dog.
This is another thing that they always get wrong, is what Trump actually said. They take everything out of context because they don't know what they're talking about. 99.9% of the time, the Democrats really are not good with giving information. They are ignorant. They will only feed you half-ass information because they want to either make you feel just as stupid for voting for Trump or try to convince you that you are on the wrong side of history and you should join them. Join the dark side of the force, Luke. No.
And cats. The dirty.
There is a thing that I allegedly looked up, which is really weird. Allegedly, Muslims are not allowed to have dogs because I guess supposedly it interferes with their connection between Allah and or their prayer or their belief. It that states that supposedly they're not supposed to. I think it's a little weird. For me, if I had to choose between that belief and a dog, I would choose a dog any day because I'm not much of a human person. I mean, I like people ish, but not that much. Enough to not enough to pick a religion over my pet. I'd choose my pet because my pet is like my kid.
Brown people from Mexico.
Oh, there we go. Starting to say that conservatives and MAGA blame the brown people because that's all they have. It's just racism, racism, racism. That's the left. Racism.
Poisoning the blood of your country. Be afraid. Look at Puerto Rico, that shithole country. Be afraid. Sharia law. Ooh.
They say this now, but wait until Sharia law does come in. Because when you know that they say this, they have no idea what is about to come or what could happen if that is allowed to come into our country. It would completely just undo everything we have right now in our country.
That's what this has always been about. Now let's look at the person that Ted Cruz voted for.
Now, did Ted Cruz vote for Trump? I don't know. Supposedly he did. Sure, he may not have, from what purportedly I've heard, for a while he wasn't much of a Trumpy, but he kind of warmed up a little bit to Trump, knowing that maybe Trump would do actually really good. And Trump, out of the lesser two evil between Kamala and him, he was the better option. So I guess maybe that is a good reason for Ted Cruz to vote for Trump.
Donald Trump and El Said, which one is a rapist?
Well, I'm going to be very careful with this and say probably neither of them. But again, if you have not read the Quran, read the Quran. There are things in the Quran that definitely will tell you a lot about the Islam religion. I'm not going to get into too many details about it, but for some of you that know that I have gone into it a little bit in details, yeah. Islam is not, to me, the very thing that we need to have in this country that like not them in general, but their rules and laws. We don't need their laws in our country. But if you read what Islam is about, you'll understand in depth of why people do not want that kind of belief in America.
The white man. Which one is a convicted felon? The white man.
They can't always just hide behind trying to blame the white people. They do at some point, the left need to start blaming themselves, but they never will. But we know why they won't. Because, again, it's obvious that we know it's the white libtards that are going to be screaming, whining the biggest and the most.
Which one's...
It's like, I'm a liberal, hear me roar. Rawr.
Stand on his obese, fat ass and watch officers get beaten for 3 hours on January 6th.
Not Trump.
The white man. Which one had sex with a porn star while she was nursing their 2-week-old son? The white man.
And who didn't have all of this? Trump. Again, this is typical. They blamed white people. They blamed Trump. This is obviously, again, the reverse racism that obviously shows a lot of how ignorant these people are. They are supremely ignorant. they don't care if they blame people, because as long as it's not the left that get blamed for anything, then they're clear. They can just coast on by without any worries, which shouldn't happen.
Which one of them had dinner with the white supremacist at his house?
Oh yeah, Joe Biden.
The white man.
That would be Biden.
Who refused to rent to black people?
Who virtual signaled towards the black community and told people, if you don't know the difference between me and Trump, you ain't black. Oh yeah, Biden.
White man. Who put a white supremacist on Air Force 2 that said black pilots may not be qualified?
Again, taking Charlie Kirk's words out of context. Charlie Kirk did say something about DEI and CRT and the qualifications, and yes, questioned certain things regarding to a black pilot, but that's in relation to DEI and CRT. Not saying like every black person's not qualified to do anything. He was not saying that. He was just saying, how do we know if these people were hired by just experience or hired by the DEI and the CRT?
The white man.
Again, reverse
And
racism.
who is actively defending men that molested children on Epstein Island?
No one except the Democrats allegedly are.
That's right. The white man.
Stupid.
Now let's go one step further, Ted Cruz.
Oh, Lord. Let's not say we did, okay? Okay.
Who lynched black people? White men.
Actually, that's incorrect, because black people also did go after black people and still do to this day. Black on black crime rate. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Hee hee. Ha ha. But they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about that the African Americans did actually commit an atrocity against each other, just like the Asians, just like the Latinos, just like what we did with each other. You know, like the French, we had the French Revolutionary War. Yeah. These people, I swear to you, no common sense in their brain. And they don't ever want to have it.
Segregation, Jim Crow, Trail of Tears, Wounded Knee, Asian internment camp.
Sure, you could say, yeah, a lot of these conversations are valid because they are valid to our history, our really fucked up part of history that we once had. But at the same time, we know there's more truth into it. The left will always try to disavow any knowledge about the past history or what was allegedly done by the community to their own people. Before they even have that conversation, they always, the first thing they're going to go for is the white man, the white man, the white man, the white man, because that's all they have, the white man, because virtual signaling obviously isn't enough for them.
The middle passage, the 3/5 clause. That's right. Every horrible thing in the history of this country has been a white man.
Not really. I mean, sure, there were some that we did, some atrocities we did do, but it wasn't always us.
You want to talk about the Catholic Church?
Yeah, no, let's not and say we did. Okay, please. Because as much as I don't like or agree with the Catholics and a lot of their alleged hypocrisy, we do acknowledge that there's a lot of issues in there.
Who molested children by the hundreds of thousands.
It wasn't just the white Catholic priest that allegedly did it. There was other priests that allegedly did it too. But yeah, I mean, okay. It look, we shouldn't blame somebody based on the color of their skin, but based off of what they did. And if there is ample amount of evidence to prove that they did it, not on their skin color. But again, this is what they know to do best. Blame every white person because their anti-whiteism, their reverse racism, their hate and their ignorance towards white people. It's again anti-whiteism, reverse racism. That's all these people know.
White men.
You can tell they're oohing and ahhing and drooling and trying to make their higher ups be like, oh, look at me, I'm doing a good job. Yay, aren't you proud of me? Yay, I get a cookie. That's what they do.
January 6th. That shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Jesus. Well, it gives Nancy a new excuse to buy a new desk. I'm not going to lie. I think maybe her desk was a little outdated and needed an upgrade, so at least, hell, she can get a free freaking upgrade, right? Sure, we know what really happened. Again, J6 was an inside job by our own government, by our own alleged government, and our own politicians. Nancy Pelosi was the one who did not want more troops or Trump to have help diffuse the situation on J6 at all. She was the one that said, no, you're not getting anything. So Nancy Pelosi did it. So it's a white woman that's a senile old woman.
And beat officers, white men.
Hold on. She just said that people beat officers. If I remember correctly from what I purportedly heard, it was police allegedly beating people, not people beating officers. And by the way, the officers, a lot of them didn't allegedly get beat at all. Majority of them, from what's being purported by some of the people that were there on J6, the officers opened the door for them. Weird how that works, isn't it? It's weird how when you're not there, you can say a lot of shit and you can say things that you don't know and speculate, but until you don't, or until you know, you shouldn't be saying anything. But they don't know how to shut up. These leftists will never shut the frick up because they always want to blame us when there have been purports of what has been said by the people that were allegedly there that officers supposedly opened the door for those people to go in and start rioting inside the Capitol. Interesting how these things obviously are being purported, but they ignore it. The left ignore it very quickly.
Oh, who covered up abusing women in the Baptist church?
The Baptist church. The church.
Oh, that's right, white men. The vast majority of gun violence.
Black people. Black. The blacks. The black community. We're not going to lie. The black community. Black on black gun violence. Black on black crime. And I hear this all the time. Well, black on black crime don't exist. Yes, it does. Look it the frick up. It does exist. The FBI, the Department of Justice, they all can tell you it's there. statistics, people.
White men.
No. Actually, white men are less of the issue with gun violence. It's a lot with the black on black crime.
It's almost like it's a
Hey, why? Okay,
it's
here's a good question that you should also maybe be asking them too. What's the majority of the alleged recent school shootings? And it's not men, it's alleged trans people, the trans community that had the alleged little bit. It's not like superficial or it's really exponentially high, but trans. Sure, Nicholas Cruz was one of them that was a white man that did commit an alleged active school shooting and was allegedly an active school shooter. But the vast small amounts, a lot of them identified as trans. Just like the person who allegedly shot Charlie Kirk had a boyfriend who was part of a certain community that we all know. So it's very funny how quick these lefties are going to dismiss this.
almost like the brown people aren't the problem, it's the white people.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. See, this is how stupid these people are. This is absolutely. Oh. It pisses me off how stupid these people are because they don't want to speak truth. When there's a lot of evidence that goes against what they say, and they know it, they understand it, but they still don't want to talk about it.
And that's what's happened. Donald Trump ran on white supremacy.
No, he didn't. And you know how they say Donald Trump ran on white supremacy, but he never did. He never used any white supremacist talking points in any of his speeches because majority of his speeches were what came from the heart and what needed to be said and what should have been said all along. But a lot of our politicians were not willing to say it.
And this country is all focused on the midterms, and you should be. But I'm telling you right now, when Donald Trump is gone, you're still going to have the Ted Cruzes around. The white supremacist.
It's again really sad because what they don't want to understand is that there are real white supremacists out there, like the neo Nazis and certain other groups or companies that allegedly run on that kind of talking points that are out there. And they don't want to acknowledge it. Again, they just love bashing people.
And the Nazi Stephen Millers that are going to be hanging around, and the Steve Bannons, and the MAGA white trash with 6 teeth.
Oh, yeah, 15th.
And yes,
What kind of insult is that? That's childish. That's the most dumbest insult I've ever heard in my life. Calling us white trash 6 teeth. I mean, come on. I've heard better insults from Biden.
you're fucking white trash.
You're damn right I'm white trash and I'm damn proud of it. So what you gonna do? Sue me? Sue me, Buttercup, for being white trash. I'm proud to be white and I'm proud to be white trash. I'm proud to be who the frick I am, and I am never going to apologize for who I am. So you don't like it? Well, kiss my southern grits, is what I normally tell people. Because you should never apologize for who the fuck you are. That is always the thing with these people. They want you to apologize for who you are. when they never apologize for half of the majority of the shit they pull or do or say. So why should we be sorry for anything?
Because if you didn't see a president raping women as red line, you're a piece of shit.
Well, then I guess obviously I am a piece of shit because Trump didn't allegedly rape her. That was all just false allegations against Trump. So yeah, I guess okay, I'm proud to be a white trash 60 piece of shit.
But he promised me cheap eggs. You know why? I'm going to tell you why they voted for Donald Trump. And I'm going to be very clear. 77 million people went to the voting booth and said felonies, rape, sexually assaulting 24 women.
That never happened.
Insurrection.
That was an inside job by our own government and by alleged Nancy Pelosi. Come on, man.
Cheating on every wife.
Well, I mean, you lefties are allegedly really big on polygamy, so would you consider that cheating? I would.
Having sex with a porn star.
I mean, if you're getting paid to do a porno and bang a porn star, so be it, I guess. I guess if that's your thing, that's your thing. But it's not my thing. I would never do that. I just, yeah, I can't ever see myself doing that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, but no! And out of anyone that Trump could have, why Stormy Daniels? Why Stormy Daniels? What's so special about her? Absolutely nothing. Other than she's just a normal human being that allegedly lied about Trump raping her or sexually assaulting her.
White supremacy.
You said that about 14 times, and that still does not make me feel convinced in any way, shape, or form about what you're saying is to be true.
Epstein files.
You know, a lot of those alleged Epstein files that were redacted were possibly to protect the victims, not to, in their case, they think it was redacted to allegedly protect Trump, but it really wasn't allegedly to protect Trump. It was to protect the victims themselves.
Shit, I don't know. This is really hard. Oh, damn. There's a black woman on the other side.
1% black, please. She's 1% black. That's like, that's not even credible.
Shit. Well, I have no choice. Ka-chink. That's my guy. That's what this was, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something you're not going to want to hear, and it's true.
Well, we know it's not true.
We would have never got Donald Trump if it wasn't for Barack
Oh, gotta blame Obama for everything, don't we? Yeah, no. And even if we didn't have Obama, what if Trump still ran? Then what? Then what would be their excuse? Absolutely nothing. They would still blame Trump for every fucking thing that they can think of under the sun. And there would be no excuse. They would be able to say, well, they blamed the black people or this, that, and the other, or they blamed the black president. They wouldn't be able to say that about us. Because if Obama wasn't in office, we know that they would still find something petty or just measly to go for. And that's why we laugh at them for this. Because it's funny enough that they think that, oh, it's all because we hate Obama or Obama. We didn't like his policies. Yeah, some of us hated him because of his policies that were not the best and not so good. and some of his alleged actions that he did. We have a valid reason not to like that person. The left, they don't have any validation or any reasoning, rhyme or reason to hate Trump other than he's just pissing them off, which is absolutely funny for me. It's really funny because I love it. I love when these people get triggered. They're triggered. They think that black olive lives matter, except for the green ones, because the green ones are racist, apparently. They're triggered about anything and everything that they can find. And they call us triggered. Okay.
He's my favorite president.
I bet you he would be. Yeah, I can imagine every leftist saying, Obama was my favorite president. You know why? Because he was the first black president. That's the only reason. Not because of his policies or his politics or what he did or did not do for supposedly America. It's because he was the first black president. It's the racial thing. Again, it's the race thing. You know, the thing. The thing. The hairy legs. God, I sound like Joe Biden. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the racial issue here. They do not care about policies or politics. Just like they don't want to talk about how, like, okay, every black person is not a bad person. Every white person's not a bad person. Every other person of any race or ethnicity is not a bad person. But they forget to talk about when it comes to black on black crime. The black community does have a little bit of an issue with that. There's some, yes, things that happened that were not so good. They don't want to talk about it.
It's not because of who he is. It's because of...
So basically, they're just saying the part out loud of what they really, truly believe.
what he looks like. People like Ted Cruz and his little white trash Make America White Again base.
Yay, we're white trash. Yay, we did it. I'm so proud to be white trash.
Hillbilly.
I'm a hillbilly, 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 hillbilly. Oh, I can't sing that.
Garbage having sex with their sisters to go.
Now, wait a minute. That's a little too far. I will rebuke that sentence because I never have sex with my sister. Ever. I've never had sex with my sister, nor has any of my family members had sex with their sister. We don't keep it in the family. And no, the hills do not have eyes. I promise you. They don't.
On Klan rallies and own it.
Again, this is just all projection.
The libs.
So, what I kind of think about this, it's not about, oh, the MAGA is owning the libs. It's not about that. You know what it's about? They think that it's about us owning the libs. Well, to them, you know what it's really all about? Owning the conservative MAGA party. That's really what it's about. It's about them trying to do the same thing that we do to them because they are pissed off that majority of the information that we have goes against them. And that's it. They can't handle it.
They couldn't stomach a black man in the White House instead of out in the field.
See, listen to how racy this is. Listen to how racist this is. This is absolutely 100% racist garbage. This is narcissism. They don't want to tell you the truth that they're racist as hell and that they don't like being called racist because it hurts their fifis. It makes them feel like they are being allegedly attacked or just picked on. So you can't really. Sorry, guys, my phone rings. You can't really say it's MAGA's fault because it's not. It's their fault. It's the left's fault.
Pick their damn con. That's why we're here, people. Because we never addressed the Confederacy properly.
Wait a minute. What does this got to do with the Confederacy now? What does this have to do with the Confederacy? That is a good question, and I will answer it. Absolutely nothing. Other than what they're trying to do is deflect as hard as they can to prove that it's not them doing it. They want to have everyone believe that it's us doing it. Again, we are allegedly the bad people, not them. They're perfect in their own little twisted, screwed up fantasy world. They're just the most adorable, harmless as a kitten type mentality group of people that you have ever seen in a day in your life. Because, God forbid that they don't care about rights and other people and that they want to be the way that they are. God forbid that it's MAGA that wants law and order and peace and justice for all and equality for all. But they think that they're just like the little Johnny Reds running around saving America and doing whatever they can to prove to people that they're doing everything they can, but they're not really doing shit. Other than they're just being annoying.
He might have
Again, they're just like little ankle biting dogs. Yip, 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 yip.
won the battle, but they won the war.
Damn right, we won the war. Actually, no. Because we got the slaves freed. So you're damn right we won. We freed the slaves. I think that's a win in itself. I think that just right there proves all why we won. Why we are the greatest country. Because the slaves are free. Nobody's a slave in America. We're all equal. There's no privilege. We're just happy. Except for the left.
We should have locked them all up and punished them, and we didn't.
It's ironic that he's talking about the Confederacy when the Confederates are kind of the modern day Democrats.
And they went from a white hood to a red hat. That's
Oh, please. White hood to red hat. Please. That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. Seriously, it is. It is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. These are the people that want to run around and yell everything's racist. They think allegedly milk, snow, or anything white is racist or privileged. Please. For the love of God, just stop. These people seriously have a mental illness. The left are mentally ill, and they know this. They don't, again, they don't care. It's sad.
all this is. This is the remnants of the Daughters of the Confederacy and the Lost Cause and Ted Cruz. He was probably a descendant of the Confederacy, and he probably has a Confederate flag and a white hood somewhere because
You're not talking about Trump, KY, are you? Because Trump knows what gender he is and what genders are, dude. if you're talking about that. Trump does. And it's sad because they think that the Confederacy is to blame for this. That was a long time ago. That was like 100 and something years ago to 200 and something years ago. Why are we still on this? Well, I know why, because you see a lot of people with the Confederate flag starting to pop up more now. We are starting to pop up more because we're starting to show how pissed we are. We've been very quiet about shit. Some of us have been very quiet about it. Me, not so much, but some of them are starting to really show how pissed they are getting and becoming because of these lefties and how unhinged these lefties are.
God loves America. And you mix in stupidity, right? And you see all these white trash MAGA because you're white trash, right?
Remember, be proud to be white trash. Yay! I'm damn happy to be trash. Damn proud to be a hillbilly. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's all I ask you.
Look at my flags. Look at my bald eagles. Freedom. I said freedom today. Only patriots love America. Yeehaw!
That's actually really true. Only patriots love America.
But when you look at the actual history of America, it's pretty fucked up.
No, but you know what's really sad is that what's fucked up is that they're looking at the fucked up side of history. We're not. So we're not looking at the fucked up version of history. We're looking at, okay, yes, history at one point was so not so great. There's things wrong, but we corrected it later. We came and we corrected and we learned from the mistakes. We are learning. Well, apparently we haven't learned to stop communism well enough because obviously we're dealing with that now.
And it's only been great, and it was only designed to benefit white people.
No.
And they don't want to hear it because they're too stupid.
I wouldn't say stupid. I would just say we don't want to hear half of the shit the left say because it's just absolutely bullshit.
And wrapped in nationalism to...
And you know, the really sad part is they're actually the ones wrapped up in not nationalism, but in communism, socialism. So they're wrapped up in the ism department. We're not wrapped up in the ism department. They're just wrapped up in it.
See what this country is. And it's up to
I appreciate you, KY.
people that look like me that are white to say what I'm saying.
Yeah, white people, don't be like the left and go around running your mouth and saying this stupid crap that you hear these people on the left say. Just don't. For the love of God, if you want your sanity, at least keep your sanity by not being like these people. Don't go running around like these people trying to tell people how bad they are. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. It does not play into your favor. All it is just basically racism, hate, bigotry, ignorance, and whatnot. That's all it is. That's really what it is. It's wrapped up in the ism department, and they're wrapped up in it because they can't handle it.
This country has never been great.
Actually, it freaking has. And that's why you'll never understand it. Because these people will never get it. America was great all along.
For everybody except white people.
Oh, that's bullshit.
If you don't like it, don't blame the mirror. Blame yourself. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then you can ship your little hillbilly white trash ass back to England.
No, thank you. I would rather have my butt stay right where I am in a country that's free and not in England where they have no rights, no anything, where it's all just fucked up. No, thank you.
Criticizing America doesn't mean I don't love it.
Sure, it doesn't, but the way they left criticize America, yeah, it kind of does.
You refuse to criticize America.
Actually, no, I criticize what I see. Okay, question for anyone in the chat. Do I not criticize America sometimes for what is going on? Do I not say things that are going on and speak the honest opinion about it? Or do I sit here and just pretend it doesn't exist? Yes, I do. I criticize, I say, yes, here's where we may have made mistakes in the past, but I'm man enough to admit it. We moved on. We're going to get better. I at least have the audacity to do research and say, this is what, sure, America sometimes was doing in the past times that we should never allow, but at least we're doing better. I do that. So I criticize things in the way that it should be criticized. Y'all stick around. We're going to be doing some dip talk here soon.
Because you're too stupid and stuck in nationalism.
I am not a nationalist. There.
You love the flag. I love the country that
I love the country, and I do appreciate my flag, the Dixie flag.
represents. I love the people in it.
I don't think they really do love the people.
You only love the white people
No.
in it. That's the difference. You're not a patriot. You're a white supremacist.
Actually, I'm more of a patriot. I don't know. What would you guys call me? Would I be an alleged white supremacist apparently, or would I be a patriot? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you all think I am. I think there's a little bit more to this. I don't have panels today. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm an alleged white supremacist, or do you guys think I'm a patriot? Let me know, like I said, in the comments down below. I want to see what you guys think.
And that's what this is about in its very core.
KY says, I'm more of a patriot. Apparently, I'm a patriot, not a white supremacist. Thank you, KY.
It doesn't matter who wins the midterms. If we keep ignoring the reason that Donald Trump was
Definitely a
elected,
patriot, then.
why he's here, we will never be a great country.
We are a great freaking country. Hold on. Let me do it this way. We are a freaking great country. There. You happy there? Have a good day.
Can't be. And I'll leave you with this quote because LB.
No. Okay, we're going to dip talk because I'm done with this dork. I'm done with this guy. This guy's kind of peed in my Cheerios this week enough times. So anyway, dip tobacco is not a safer alternative to cigarette, vape, nicotine, or any tobacco or nicotine product. If you are 18 or under 18, we do not recommend that you dip, smoke, vape, or use any tobacco or nicotine products. We are not sponsored nor endorsed by any dip tobacco company or product that you may see or hear in this live stream today. All right, let's go. Dip talk, gentlemen. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I know this is going to be the biggest live stream of all. The longest one, but I want to do Tobacco KY says, bought 2 rolls of Grizzly Wintergreen Long Cut cans, was still limited edition can. Well, I love those limited edition cans. I do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to not only do Dip Tobacco Talk, but we're going to review a video called Dip and Bad Bathroom Puns. Pardon the pun. You guys remember that video? We've ended up stumbling on it last night. Me and one of my friends ended up stumbling on it and watched it, and I just thought maybe we could review it while dipping and talking dip. So let's go into it.
Conservative video dipper here. If you got a dip pack a lip. Warning, dip tobacco is not a safer alternative to cigarette, vape, nicotine, or any tobacco or nicotine product. If you are the age of 18 or under 18, we do not recommend that you dip, smoke, vape, or use any tobacco or nicotine product, or watch any of these videos. If you are the dip, smoke, vape.
My audio just went. I might be there. We'll see. KY, stay around. I want you to hear these jokes. The potty joke. The bathroom puns. You might hear it. I might be there. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be there.
In this following video. So if you do not like toilet talk, well, now's the time to just turn off this video and get your ass off the toilet and turn the TV off now while you still can. Or actually turn it off now while you can. Because there's going to be a lot of potty jokes and a lot of potty mouth.
Now, I have been asked, Conservative, what made you want to do this video? I don't know. I just one day woke up in this very weird mood of just, I decided I wanted to do dip bathroom jokes. And I should have done it in the bathroom too, by the way. That would have been even funnier.
Oh, great. See, I told you. There was already going to be a bunch of toilet humor.
Oh, that was a pretty shitty joke there, Conservative.
See, this is the kind of life I live. A shitty life.
I was trying to make humor with that one, but I don't know how that one to me kind of felt a little cheesy.
Anyway, moving on. Next. All right. If you got a dip, pack a lip. I'm going to be dipping on Grizzly Long Cut Wintergreen. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Why does dip give you the rumbly tumblies?
The rumbly tumblies. Gee, I don't know, Conservative. Why does dip give you the rumbly tumblies?
There you go. Look at that.
Please
That's
do
beauty.
Explain and enlighten us.
Oh, it smells so good. Well, for some of you that may or may not know, dip, just like coffee, is what kind of could be considered a natural laxative.
And that's true. It is. Dip tobacco, coffee are natural laxatives. There is something to that. So, yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you eat a block of cheese and see how that works. No.
Yeah, no. We don't recommend anyone go eat a block of cheese and then try to do a full can of dip tobacco or drink a shit ton of coffee. Can you imagine eating a block of cheese and then drinking a freaking full pot of coffee? Not only would you have the biggest amount of probably the squirts, but you would be so hyper, you'd be running around leaving the squirts.
Because we're not a doctor, nor do we play like one or act like one here on this YouTube channel. Cheers.
Oh, that's cool, Kayla. We're talking about the video.
Beautiful job of telling you how that can make you feel great in the back. Have you ever wanted to have the most
Definitely, you're gonna need medical assistance.
wonderful poop of your life?
Have you guys ever, like, after dipping, had the shits where your shit is just huge, pardon the pun, or it's like you have to shit, you feel it, and then you run to the bathroom and you do take the biggest, you drop the kids off at the pool. Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Then dip tobacco. That's right. Right, I feel like I'm doing infomercial for things that can make you have a great shit.
That's right. Have you ever wanted to have the greatest shit? That's right. Then, Shabacco. God. Shabacco. That's right. Shabacco. It makes you shit with natural tobacco leaves. It comes in multiple flavors. Shabacco. It comes with mint, wintergreen, straight, and natty. Shabacco. Call 155-5555. That's www.shabacco.com. You'll have the shit of your life. Oh, boy, I'm doing that again, aren't I? Yeah. I think I will stop.
That's right. You can have the greatest shit by using dip tobacco and drinking coffee and lots of it.
Not recommended all at the same time, by the way. Yes, KY, that definitely can be a true statement, buddy. Remember, Shabacco. It makes you shit, and you will only want to dip it in the bathroom. Oh, and Peach too. Thank you, KY. I forgot Peach too. Well, we're working on Peach.
Anyway,
Yeah, Tim's going to be very proud of me. I can imagine what Tim's going to be saying. In about an hour, he'll probably give me a call and go, "Great, conservative, you found a new product now. That's not real." And God only knows if somebody's going to create that product now.
so that's partially why. Well,
Let's just hope Tim doesn't.
that's basically
And if
why.
Tim's watching,
Because
hi, Tim.
coffee and
We love you,
dip
Tim.
tobacco are natural laxatives. Now, the one thing I will say about dip tobacco.
And you guys noticed in that video, yes, they do have Peach. You guys notice in majority of my videos, I'm wearing the same hat always, almost. Yeah. I've had this hat for a long ass time. I don't know how long I've had this hat for. I've had this hat for a long, long time. And I still wear it. Proudly, I wear it.
Being that it kind
Tobacco.
of is a supposed natural laxative
It is. It's a natural laxative. I looked it up.
and whatnot.
Or it can make you poo.
Again, like I said, we don't recommend that you use this in substitution for any laxatives. that
No, if your bowels are backed up, go to the doctor immediately. That's what we recommend. Don't be trying to think that tobacco and coffee is the alternative for laxatives or whatever the doctor gives you.
they help you deal with any constipation that you may be experiencing due to bloatage in the anal rectum area.
Very nice, conservative. You described something very nasty and made it try to not sound so nasty. Great.
Or in the anal area. Boy, this is really a shitty job, and I'm getting not paid to make shitty jokes. Great. Yay.
It works. It works. I've had some shits and it works. Because when I dip, sometimes, like when I put my first dip in, after a while, it does make me have to run to the bathroom.
But
Unlike sometimes Tim takes certain medications to help him with that issue. I use dip tobacco.
the thing about this, though, that I will say is definitely when you wake up in the morning and you pack your first dip after your first cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, Kayla, my manager's gonna love me. He's gonna love me. I guarantee you. He is going to love me today, and it is. Yeah.
You will have a really great experience.
Take it from me.
Just make sure you warn people. Don't go into the bathroom after you.
Yeah, please do notify people after you use the restroom because yeah, that's
Warning: possible EPA or warning of potential anal nuclear warfare will be admitted into that bathroom. And when anal nuclear warfare is admitted, it's not going to be like a mushroom cloud. It's going to be like, I don't even know why I'm saying these things. It's going to be kind of like just mustard gas.
it's like having a peanut butter and mayonnaise and dry snuff sandwich.
This stinks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, conservative, your jokes do kind of stink. Thanks.
Hey, I wrote that script.
Hey,
Caffeine and dip, then alcohol. Oh boy. KY, you are playing a dangerous game, my man. That is a dangerous game to be playing, especially with your body.
so just make sure you warn your friends and your family after going into the bathroom, after having your dip and your coffee.
And that's why it's shit dip or shit dip.
Because trust me, as in the words of Ace Ventura, do not go in there. Woo! You'll be having some anal leakage.
Okay. Okay. That's all. I don't know what I was doing. I know someone who got tobacco juice with milk. Oh God. Okay, why? Oh. Okay, why? 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 All things holy. That doesn't sound very pleasing.
My life. I hate my life.
No, I haven't yet. I haven't received anything yet.
Wow. These are the jokes I write. No.
The
jokes
jokes
write
write
themselves.
themselves.
Right.
I'm going to tell you all this before we go. There may be a part two to this. I'm not going to tell you when, but there may be a part two to this. Yes, it does. Very much, KY. It reminds me of my old days where I had a lot of free time in my hand. And just remember, if there is a part two to this, please don't forget to like it. Yeah, definitely. Should there be a part two to this? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I got 4 likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. At least we're doing something not shitty. We will be back later. Speaking of shits, I gotta go take one. Love you guys. Peace.